Okay, guys, so hi there. Because, okay, yeah. So, I've finally I made a new video. In this video is different. I'm not really teaching you how to get this stuff, but I'll tell you. You should, this is a tutorial on how to do that, but this is a tutorial of how to create make your scratch files a little website file, HTML. So yeah, I really hope this works. But anyway, so Neo settings. You click on this. You get on Neo settings and create an account and stuff. And all of that, do all the stuff, make your website, and then if you already have a website and you just do this tutorial, you don't have to worry about that. But I you see I put some scratch projects already on this. I can just click. I can just do. Well, Cubes is one of the games on Scratch that I made to a website, and this is one of my other apps. And then you click. So now you so forced us anyway get on to the thing. So you should use Turbo Warp to create your project. If you already created your project, it's okay. Export it with Scratch, and you export it with this menu, and then you set click. I don't know where it is, but it will say save to your computer in Scratch or something, and then save it to your computer, and then go to Turbo Warp and upload it, and then all of that. When you've done all of that, I'm just going to do something real quick for literally. This is the simplest thing. I'll delete it when I'm done. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this. One of the simplest scratch things you could ever do. It's hard forever. So then you don't export this again. So now when you're in Turbo Warp, you click Package Project. That is not in Scratch. Normally, it's only in Turbo Warp, as far as I know. You click this, and then scroll all the way to the bottom, Package. And then you download the HTML, and yeah, I have did the whole bunch, so it's Project 4. But for you, it won't be. And then normally, you can always open this Opera, and you can open it with any browser thing. And ta-da! This is your Scratch project in HTML form. Pretty cool. And you can, yeah, do anything. Share this as HTML, but HTML is also uploadable. So if you have been making a Scratch project or want to make a website with block code, this is a perfect thing to be able to do. So yeah, this is not on my thing, so go to No Cities or whatever your thing is. I use this, but then you click upload and upload your file. So what I used, what my file is, I think it's 4. Doesn't matter what I do, but you make sure you do that one that you exported from Turbo Warp. Okay, so yeah, what this? No. Okay, let me. Yeah, I'm just gonna see real quick. Okay, so first, when you know about URLs and stuff, you just make this like, for example, uh, test slash 111.1.1.html. Copy the whole file name, and then you click this. This is my website, and then you click slash, and then you enter your thing in and see. I think it didn't save correctly, guys. It's kind of a bad example, but anyway, never mind. I don't use slashes. Use like project high, That's, yeah. Project test. That's really reasonable. But yeah, the project test. When you copy it, and make sure it says that if you're using this, I don't know what the heck any other website, any other things use. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of other files, and I'm using free that one, and I have 1 GB of space on this, and yeah, I don't really I haven't added that much, but yeah, I'm sharing how to add it onto a website. But here is what you do to get onto your page. So of course you go onto this, and then you click slash, and then the whole name. Look at this. Then of course, yeah. Either way, you can't stop that there's a green flag. The green flag is like always here. It's come down this trouble up. You click it though, boom. This is literally my Scratch project, and it's just in the Scratch. This is the Scratch URL. It says gobi.neosites.org / project test. Yeah, this is a test, and that's why I named it that. And then basically, you can choose what you name it for the URL. And this is actual. You can copy the URL, and now you have your actual old website page, and you can paste it anywhere, like Discord. I'm just gonna. You can see it, paste it right here. It knows, and this happens. And so yeah. You could also, this is a little bit, if you're not using Scratch, if you want using Scratch or use TurboWarp to create your project, you can go to like, where is it? Okay, my Break project. If I wanted to add something like the file extension from TurboWarp, you could add this stuff and it still will work as far as I'm concerned. As far as I think, I'm pretty sure these will work. As I've used some of them, I'm pretty sure in my projects before. So you could have all these custom TurboWarp ones that you can't get in normal Scratch. It would probably be hugely different if TurboWarp wouldn't, like the packager would get this. It would be probably like a huge difference, but now you have all these other new blocks to use in the extension section. So there's TurboWarp, you can see all this. You see all these things. I generally use this, so I'll show you how you select it if you don't know how. It will say this, but don't worry, it doesn't change anything with your HTML. It only does it will Scratch and TurboWarp files. Blah blah blah. And then this download as, and then of course if I just, and it will say this, and then if you open it, yeah, that file actually does work. It's pretty cool. The file extension would probably be cool if you're trying to make downloadable files instead of your HTML thing, or making block code for an HTML file. You can literally save download files if you're gonna do a download website thing and you thought there's a limit for that, but no, you could use this and you can download files. This is crazy that you can even use block code, as I saw this in a tutorial of how to get Scratch projects as apps, and one of the steps was putting it into GitHub, and I put it into my website instead, and it inspired me to show you how to create HTML files with block code. And with Scratch, your Turbo Scratch would then put it in TurboWarp or TurboWarp with its new extensions that Scratch doesn't have. And if you didn't know about these extensions and you want to make more HTML files, I highly recommend trying some of these out because it might inspire you to do some more crazy other HTML things. As this is, of course, very, very basic, but in you go, it's still very cool that this is in the web browser. It once was in a Scratch project, and it still is. And now, it's literally a website for HTML, like a website HTML. I don't know if it says as HTML, but maybe. Either way, you can add this to your website, and if you want to be a website coder like I did, and you understand block code more than HTML, you can just use Scratch to literally code your websites. That's crazy. So, yeah, this tutorial might inspire you to create more with a website. And it's inspiring. Like, do a whole bunch of crazy stuff this might inspire you to create a whole new website with Scratch HTML files, as it's easier if you know block code but not HTML. Of course, you do have to save the file as HTML and then import it to your website, but that's very basic. I've done this quite a few times and all of it works. I'm so amazed that you could do this. I thought it was only Scratch that you could have these formatted in, but no, I was wrong. And you can do this in Scratch. You can, do it in HTML, and yeah. That's really all I have for today. I was just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. It's saying no expiring, blah blah blah, but yeah. I really hope that you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you can. And it would be really cool if you put in credits for this video. You don't, of course. You don't have to. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I would like if you did, because this is actually very, very hard to even know. You probably, if you don't know about Turbo Warp, if you don't know about it at all, you wouldn't even know how to do this, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, now you know about Turbo Warp. It's an amazing feature to literally download these things into HTML, like literally. Turbo Warp, yeah, it's a mod Scratch, and yeah, I hope that's pretty much it now. I've been talking for too long, but yeah, this video would be much shorter if I didn't talk about this, and yeah, also just gonna tell you before I end the video for real, I got my mic back, as you can see, as my old one turned off every 5 seconds, and I got a new one, and yeah, it's been a long time since I've got one, like a few months. And I've only been on YouTube for a few months, and I hope this is a really good tutorial and blows up. I have barely any subscribers or anything. But this video is a very, very, very special one. I don't know just of Scratch Junior, you know. I know Scratch Turbo Up. And yeah, I know Scratch is a coding website, and yeah, I knew about Scratch 3 or 4, so then I found out about Scratch, and I created not that much things with Scratch, and I'm still kind of learning, but I still do know how to make your Scratch projects into an HTML file. So yeah, I really think it's good if you use this if you're an HTML coder.